Good morning and welcome to Namaste Today, the spiritual nutritious way to start your day. I'm your host, psychic astrologer, Sensei Christopher Witecki. I'm here to bring serious joy and help people into their enlightenment, and I am so grateful you've joined me today. This audio blogcast is for Wednesday, January 25th, 2017. Welcome back, my friend, and Namaste. The day ahead is a two-part day. When I say two-part, I mean your consciousness will go through two major steps. We'll go through step 5 and step 6 by sundown. In the Zodiac Weather, I'll outline what the planets are saying and how to navigate that step change. And later in your tea time, an exciting segment that came to me in meditation. I have God's password to the universe. But first, let's take a look at today's moods and your Zodiac Weather. This Zodiac Weather is for Wednesday, January 25th, 2017. My prediction for the world consciousness today, partly sunny and very pensive. Today we begin in step 5 and end in step 6. That means our consciousness is doing a lot of thinking. And to add a cherry on top, the moon crosses Mercury. Let's take a look at the planets. Today will be an intellectual, chatty, and pensive day for you. You're processing where you belong, and most likely went through some sort of informational or culture shock in the last 36 hours. Things to think about, indeed. But what your soul is seeking today is balance and harmony, and that's balance and harmony with yourself. Literally coordinating your feelings and your thoughts, wanting you and you to get along and to feel good about where things are going. So today you might begin to be a little heady, a little anxious, perhaps overthinking things, and by sundown, Sensei says you will be restoring balance to your life. Now let's look a little deeper at what's going on. Although you're in your head, the universe is doing a lot of work during the day. Now, for starters, the moon will cross Mercury today. That literally is one's emotions and one's thoughts coming together. So through the day, you are looking to kind of get an alliance with the way you feel about things and the way you think about things. Now, the moon is in Capricorn, so emotions are kind of gravitating around feeling in control of your life, feeling in control of your destiny. That's the emotional motive behind the day. You want to emotionally feel on top of your mountain. But your mind might have all sorts of thoughts and ideas that really take you in different directions, and so literally the two are looking for a harmony. By tonight, the moon will have crossed Mercury, which means your emotions and thoughts will have become friends, and you will find an inner peace and an inner enlightenment. And then overnight, as you sleep in North America, or during the day in Europe and Asia, there'll be this death of old emotions. You'll be letting go an old emotional way. So that tells me that part of what's going on today is you're looking to get rid of a feeling. You're looking to let go of an old feeling. And your mind might be what's keeping you from letting go of that old feeling. But by tonight, you'll find some assembly to let go of the old feeling. And sometimes feelings are literally the heavy weights that keep us from ascending upward. Now, what's even more interesting is, in the background, while you're going through this process, Venus is continuing to conjunct Chiron, but they move together to step 22. Now, if you've studied with me for a while, you know 22 is the galactic number that literally means a dimensional shift. Venus and Chiron means we are opening up to our healing, and both of these planets are in Pisces, which means we're opening up to our spiritual healing. We are actually doing something today that opens up to a true dimensional shift. In other words, being able to leave an old karma system and move on to fresh, new spiritual story of the Akashic record, finally leaving behind your lower vibrations. Another interesting point today, Juno is conjuncting the galactic center. Juno shows us where we have our greatest synergy energy, and the galactic center is the center of our galaxy. So this means that whatever's going on today is bringing some sort of perfect relationship with God, with the universe, and everything out in you. So by all means, think about what feelings need to go. But wait, there's even more, my friend. Saturn moves to step 24 today, and that has been the degree of finally opening up to peace when it comes to what you believe and where you can kind of point your vision. So today is a mega date. In my megascopes, I actually have dates that are the big, powerful dates. And if you have a megascope and you purchased one, definitely listen to it today, because as you can tell, today is a day of profound shifting. And ironically, all of the work has to go in your mind. All of this, I believe, comes from you changing your mind. And looking that we're in Aquarius, you're likely changing your mind about where you belong in the universe. You may say, I don't belong in this place or don't belong coming from this position. And you may know where you do belong. But just even recognizing you don't belong where you are is one small step for your spiritual humankind. So today, by all means, be pensive. Your feelings will probably lead to new thinking, and your new thinking will allow you to feel differently, and that is kind of the back and forth of thoughts and feelings today. So give your feelings credit. Suspend judgment. Use your mind to observe and come to conclusions rather than worry and push conclusions. And Sensei says you will likely have a breakthrough by the end of the day. And that brings us to my favorite part of the show. Go steep yourself some tea. I have God's password in your tea time. Hello, my friend, and welcome to our daily tea time. Today's tea time topic is God's password to the universe. And I have to just say right now that I am very grateful for this breakthrough, because this actually came in my own meditation, and it was really powerful because I realized it for myself, and then of course immediately my Sensei heart wanted to share it with the whole world. And what I realized is there is a conscious password to log into spirituality. A lot of people meditate, they try to talk to their guides, they try to listen, and literally some of us or all of us just aren't doing it right. And so I myself have been struggling, even myself, like, what is it about that moment that I log into the universe? What is going on in that moment? Because I can feel when I'm logged in, and I can feel when I'm not logged in. Well, most recently, I had my own breakthrough, I think, where I understood what the password is. Are you ready? The password is gratitude. Now, before I go on, I really want you to observe whatever your reaction is to that answer, gratitude. Do you get mad? Are you on board 100%? Do you understand? Does your mind go, of course, and just pass it off? Because I've realized gratitude is not what we've been made to think it is. It's not bow your head, in grace, bow your head to the holy. You should be grateful, bow your head. That's not what gratitude is. Gratitude is not count your blessings. That's not gratitude either, counting your blessings for what you have. You should be grateful. Gratitude is also not that part of us that goes, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Because if you're busy thanking, you're really not in gratitude. And gratitude is not literally saying thank you or doing anything. If you feel like you have to do something, that also is not what real gratitude is. What gratitude is the position your heart is authentically taking. It's a position of the heart. Your heart goes into gratitude, and you feel the gratitude. And it actually takes concentration to stay focusing on that gratitude, because the rest of you might want to taper off real quickly. The purest example of gratitude I think I've ever seen is with dogs. Seriously, when you give your dog some sort of amazing treat, their eyes look at you, and there's just this incredible feeling of gratitude. Like, they clearly want to kiss you. They clearly are so grateful for you in that moment. And that's where my heart started to recognize, oh, I know that feeling. I understand that consciousness. That's maybe when it opened, when I had my dog, who I was ironically named Chris. Gratitude is also an energy that you enter into your heart, a vibration in your heart that you can carry from one thing to another. So for instance, if you're very grateful for something that's happened to you in your past, a miracle you witnessed, and your heart still feels grateful for that, you can carry that gratitude to the future and other things that you want to bring to your life right now. It's the vibration itself that is the password. It's also a conscious metaphysics, gratitude is. Like, there's a law of metaphysics at hand. Energy actually flows from love to gratitude. So if you're in gratitude, you automatically open up to love. Think about it. If someone comes to you and says, "Oh, I'm so grateful for you, thank you, thank you, thank you," immediately your heart automatically opens, doesn't it? It forces your heart out. Your heart wants to love the person. Now, I'm not saying you're not a dark son of a bitch and you can hold it back in. Like, some people still hold it in even though they are grateful. They just kind of take it and walk away. But the point is, I think they still struggle with their heart too. The super selfish people, their heart wants to open to that gratitude. So there's this metaphysical force between humans and consciousness that when you're grateful on one side, the other side's heart is really called to open. And in my opinion, when you point that gratitude to heaven, then indeed heaven does open, because heaven is only love. And that's what I realized as I was meditating. I realized that the feeling that I had when I was super connected to the universe was actually gratitude. It was gratitude in my heart. And it might have begun as something I was thinking of before, but it probably led to a whole series of things I was grateful for. And I can recall that when I have asked the universe for things from that gratitude, they have shown up almost immediately. This is why I think gratitude is the password to the universe. So if you want to kind of run with this idea, I'm saying that when Jesus turned water into wine, he basically was grateful to the water that it was about to turn into wine. He probably felt grateful. Thank you, water, for turning into wine. And I think something about that literally brings the power of miracles in the universe. It literally calls to the heavens. I think when a heart is in true gratitude, it tells heaven energy, hey, this kid is ready for expansion. This little seed of earth is ready for their next level of power because they understand the universe and they're grateful for that truth. Now, what I've been told over and over again, and it crystallized in the Conversation with God series, is the most powerful way to create the future, the fastest, is with gratitude. And that's what God says in that book series. She literally says, you be grateful for what is about to happen. That when you call to the universe to bring what you want, the posture is to be grateful for what you're asking for. But not just grateful intellectually, for your heart to truly feel grateful. And the more joy and the more rejoice you feel in truth, authentic truth, that you know it's going to happen, and your heart is truly rejoicing in gratitude that you're going to get the wish you asked for, to me, that is connection to the universe. That is communion. That is manifestation at its highest power. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Gratitude is the attitude of receiving. Whenever you receive anything on earth, filling your heart with gratitude for what you're about to receive is the most spiritually royal way to receive. And I've talked about this before, but for the person who is giving, it's the most gratifying for them to give and see that you are truly grateful. That makes their heart extremely happy to have given. So if you want to reinvent your reality right away, you can start today by being authentically grateful for everything you receive. The food you eat, the extra time to get to work. Gratitude is the attitude of receiving. Therefore, if you want to receive more, be more grateful. In fact, the more passionate the gratitude, the more the universe will receive you. Now, this Friday is the new moon, or what I like to call Light Cast Day, the most powerful day to set your intentions with the universe. And typically I say, fill your heart with love and focus on what you want. I am now revising that statement to say, fill your heart with gratitude and be grateful on that day for what you are about to receive. To me, that is the most powerful lightcast call you can do for the universe. And I want to stress, it's not the thought of gratitude, but the feeling in your heart. In fact, the only thing you should be thinking about in that moment is how you feel. That's how you keep the mind quiet in the prayer meditation, is by focusing on that feeling of gratitude and harvesting it into a fire in your heart. Between now and Lightcast Day, I challenge you to try walking in gratitude each day in your life. See how it changes your day. See how it changes your life outlook. See how it changes your world. I think that others will be changed when they witness that you're in gratitude, because true gratitude is something you really cannot fake. Human beings have this built-in animal instinct to know that you're full of shit or not, right? And it is difficult to walk in gratitude. I'm just going to say, I think it's actually the life of a master or someone who intends to be an ascended master. So give it a try. Let me know how well it works for you, and share your comments as well. So when I say this, you'll know that I really believe this, and you'll also know my final point, that if gratitude is the attitude of receiving, that means that in the future, the most selfish people in the world will be the most grateful, because they know that gratitude leads back to them. And so it all works with a compassionate communion with brotherhood, sisterhood, and the universe. So I say, truly, I am so grateful you tune in every day. All right, my friend, I'll see you tomorrow with more. Remember, I love you, I'm grateful for you, and live, love, be.